the first vaccination site in the hospitality sector in the Western Cape, officially opens today. Grandwest Casino has received the green light from the Department of Health to operate a vaccination center at the premises. Let's cross to our reporter Nasiphi Same for more on the story. Nasiphi, good morning to you. I cannot even begin to imagine what a difference that particular site is going to make.
Well, Bongi, the vaccination site is obviously the first in the Western Cape for the hospitality and leisure sector. And they're not only vaccinating their 3,000 employees, but they are also open to the public. And just this morning, we spoke to one of the residents from Alphas River, which is a neighboring community to Grandwest, which is in Goodwood, just saying that he heard the news yesterday, and he was probably the first resident from the the neighboring community to be here. And he said he arrived as early as 8:30, and the vaccination site opens at 9 o'clock. But to talk to us more about this vaccination site here at Grandwest, I'm joined by Mervyn Naidu, who is the general manager here. Mervyn, thank you for your time, but talk to us about this vaccination site that we can see behind us. We can see the traffic is also building up. Who is involved regarding this particular vaccination site?
First of all, we're very excited that we managed to get it off the ground. It opened at 9 o'clock this morning. It's been huge excitement. We're not only vaccinating our staff, we're going to vaccinate our service providers, our concessionaires, and the surrounding community. So you're in and around Cape Town, Goodwood, Alphas River, Bonteheuwel, Langa. We're welcoming everybody on site, and as long as you're registered, we will vaccinate you.
Regarding the employees, should they also be vaccinated or rather should be registered on the EDVS site?
There's two options for employees. You can register on EVDS, and as a company, we're going to bulk upload our staff, Grandwest staff, onto the system, and that will preclude them from enrolling on EVDS. We're trying to make it very easy for our staff to get vaccinated. And one of the primary reasons for us opening the site, we received quite a few requests from our staff from a convenience point of view to open a site at Grandwest so they can work, get vaccinated, and then they can go back home again and bring later on their children and their family members.
How many vaccinations will be administered, and for how long will this period continue?
We open on a Monday, Wednesday, and a Friday. We open at 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock and close at 3 p.m. They have 5 vaccination cubicles open, and if we can vaccinate at 50 an hour, you can get through at least, we plan to do about 8,000 vaccines in about 2 months.
And the casino, which obviously brings in, the revenue and the clients, how has business been affected since the start of the pandemic and the lockdowns, and taking into account how social, the employees and, the customers do get in the casino? How will this vaccination obviously be assisting business and, playing your part in getting to herd immunity?
Business has been impacted, I wouldn't lie, with the various lockdowns. And being part of the hospitality sector, the entire hospitality sector has been impacted and still being impacted. And I think with all the lockdowns, our business levels have dropped drastically because we're closing earlier. And as more and more of our staff get vaccinated, and I think the country as a whole, the sooner we can reach herd immunity, the better it's going to be for all businesses that operate in our landscape and businesses in South Africa as a whole. So I think the challenge is for companies to be progressive, to facilitate sites on their complexes so that their staff can get vaccinated. And whether you're big, small, whether you're opening 1 or 2 cubicles on site, I think the sooner we can progress to that level, the quicker we can get the population as a whole vaccinated.
So how did you reach out to the community at large? I mean, obviously your staff was notifying them that you're going to be having a vaccination site here, but the neighboring community or the immediate community around Grandwest, how did you engage with them, or rather inform them about this vaccination site?
We're doing the site in partnership with the Western Cape Department of Health, and I must say kudos to the Department of Health. They've been hugely supportive. They've given us the guidance and the technical assistance that we needed to set up the site and open it. And they've been out in the community actually popularizing our site and going out and spreading the word that the Grandwest site is open and on the days that we're going to be open. So they were very supportive, and they went out and spread the word for us in the community.
Thank you so much. That is Mervyn Naidu, the General Manager here at Grandwest, just giving us an update regarding the vaccination site. It being day one, looking at administering about 8,000 for the coming weeks. And they are obviously encouraging not only their employees but residents in the surrounding community to come get inoculated here. And he is saying that they have partnered with the Department of Health to get this vaccination up and running. And we have heard government obviously encouraging residents and community at large to get their jabs as soon as possible. And that is obviously to steer the country towards the direction of reaching herd immunity.
That's Nasiphi Same there, coming to us live from the Grandwest Casino, where they've launched a vaccination site.